point sitting around doing nothing, I guess. Since you guys have apparently made plans to try and infiltrate that thing, you guys want me to come with you? Or should I start looking for that asshole that, you know, probably stole the girl?
It would be best if you could look for the man that stole the girl.
Cool. A good old-fashioned search and destroy. I'm good at that.
Could you possibly bring him back alive?
So, search, not so much the destroy part. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly.
I think it's
Okay.
okay to break a few limbs as long as he lives.
Acceptable casualties.
Don't listen to Alyssia. Or Iris.
She gives you a thumbs up, Lucretia. Don't worry, I got you covered.
If you find
But if she
something out
breaks his
before
legs,
we
he cannot
leave,
run, correct?
if you find out something before we leave, please contact us.
Okay, I'll Oh yeah, that's right, you still have that small pebble I gave you. Tell you what, if it lights up, that means I found something, and we can meet up, shall we say, in the mansion?
That's good.
That sounds fair.
Okay then. I'll be off then. Try not to get killed or anything. I'll be sad.
We will try.
She waves as she starts leaving and immediately stops at the nearest food court to get food.
Yes, that's going to be so reliable.
She's
I take
literally
it-
15 feet away from you after giving her farewell, and now it's super awkward.
Yeah,
I'm going to go find my brother.
I take it you will be going back to the mansion after that?
Fair enough.
Yes, I'm going to find him, give him his equipment, and then back to the mansion we go.
And you too, Iris, back to the mansion?
Oh, I have nothing else to do.
Very well. I will rattle some bushes and see what falls out. It shouldn't take too long. After all, we don't have too long.
I will go see a man about a dog.
Right, let's go with Lucretia first. You're basically gonna go to the mansion that you destroyed and then rebuilt because you're assuming that Horatius is still there since he's not back, correct?
Yep, that's what I heard. That's where I heard he was going, and that is where I shall go to look for him.
So in that case, Lucretia, on the way there, as you pass through the forest and notice that there's been a fight there, you notice a lot of dead corpses of clearly Ovian people. They have been hooded, they have daggers, they have poisons, clearly either scouts or assassins, because they have no other visible marks. They just are all there randomly dead in the forest.
Color me concerned as I begin swift jog as I begin looking around for Horatius.
Horatius doesn't seem to be around these parts, so eventually it seems like you have no other alternative but to head to the mansion, I'm assuming. Unless you want to do something with the corpses.
No, I don't care. I just want to find my brother.
Oh, okay, you're not a necromancer? Cool. I mean, since you're such a heretic, I was assuming that you wanna go for the, you know, for the triple at some point, but okay.
I want to go for the
Berkshire,
rigor mortis.
Look, there's already enough necromancers attacking our family. You don't need to make her one of them.
But you don't understand, Adam. He would make her a necromancer that fights for your family. It's totally different.
Look, Sibby, there are 3 necromancers currently attacking our family, and I'd appreciate a 4th not being included.
I'm confused. Which are the 3 necromancers?
Shaylin, Yomadai, and that cunt.
Jesus Christ!
and that goes.
Tell me I'm wrong. Out of character, by the way. In character, I'd never shoot talk.
God damn it.
Anyway, Sibby is
I'll just
completely
BRB.
dying ever since last night for some reason.
Oh, fuck, I'm funny.
I'm assuming that cunt is whatever's fucking about with the
Yeah,
barbarians.
probably me, guys, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
You make it to the mansion, and on the first floor, somewhere in the back, you hear some noise. You are first greeted by the giant machine that's, well, sitting, if you can call that sitting, in the middle of the reception hall. The machine recognizes you, so it doesn't really react much, it just looks in your general direction without doing anything.
Oh, hello. Do you know where my brother is?
The machine slowly begins to shake, yes.
Could you point me in his direction?
He points with one of his giant fingers somewhere towards the back.
Thank you. I give a respectful bow as I head into the direction that he pointed.
The machine watches quietly over you without really doing anything. And as you start heading towards the back, the first thing you hear is...
Bam, 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 bam.
the laughter of a gleeful master of the mansion, who is completely berating your brother, by the way. Calling him an idiot, a weakling, a loser, and apparently having no manners for some reason, I don't know.
Tsundere confirmed. She really likes him.
Greetings.
Ah, you, one of the ruffians who messed up my mansion. Have you come to apologize?
Yes, I am extremely sorry for roughing up your mansion.
You'll never guess what happened for the third time.
She crosses her arms with a condescending look on her face and says, I suppose I can forgive you this one time.
Thank you for being so gracious. I'm here to give my brother back his equipment, and we need to leave.
She steps aside a little bit. You notice that in the bed, Horatius is lying butt naked under the covers,
What the
and
fuck?
he is out cold.
Why is he naked? And I'm saying that in character.
Because you see that there's some cold compresses and other items around. You see that there's some blood in the water. Even though he was healed, he wasn't healed well completely. So she seems to have taken it upon herself to patch him up.
But why is he naked?
How do you treat a person without, you know, undressing them?
Well, you don't take off his underwear.
She just looks towards you. It was necessary. I needed to check everywhere for wounds. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't take this stuff too lightly.
I'm just kind of narrowing my eyes at her.
You see that the ends of her ears begin to blush.
Yeah, that's definitely what you were checking. Anyway, I'm a medic. I can take care of him.
Oh, do that then. He's useless in bed. He needs to get working on dinner. I'm starving. He's been neglecting his duties. He said he would be useful.
Okay then.
Also, are you gonna tell me what's with all the corpses in the forest, or?
I don't know. I just saw them and, well, I was more concerned about what might have happened to my brother, and I didn't really question it.
So you don't know either. Great. So you guys come, start messing my place up, bring trouble to my doorstep, and nobody has answers. Wonderful. You're all useless. She starts grumbling as she begins leaving the room.
Whatever you say, hentai. And I'm just gonna kind of walk over and sit by Horatius's bedside, and without looting him, I'm gonna check over his wounds again to make sure everything's going fine.
You see that there's a lot of stress and exhaustion on his body. He seems to have pushed himself pretty hard. However, somebody has already taken the liberty to use a blessing to remove some of his fatigue, and it seems that Audrey has also taken it upon herself to heal his more, well, physical wounds, so he should be able to wake up soon, and he'll be in a pretty decent shape. Still a little bit out of it, but he'll be fine.
I'm gonna kind of put 2 fingers on his forehead and cast Greater Restoration, which removes another level of exhaustion.
Which means that you can wake up anytime you want, Horatius, and you are at only 1 level of exhaustion.
Right. So you cast Great Restoration, you see my eyes sort of flutter open, look at you, a bit confusedly, look around, and just say, "You'll never guess what happened for the 3rd time."
What happened?
That woman ambushed me again.
You gotta stop letting her do that. I'm just kind of like
I didn't want to
gently
stab her in the back.
smiling at you. Glad you're okay. That's my brother. I just kind of gently trying to comfort you a bit.
Then I'll look down and go, "Why am I naked? And where am I?"
You're in the, lady's mansion, and she did that, not me. And yes, I did in fact question her as to that, and she said she needed to check for wounds everywhere on your body, to which I remained extremely skeptical.
Roshi seems to take that with a surprising amount of, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." I've been in the group long enough to know that these are the sort of things that happen. And instead responds with, "She has one of these as well." Raises his hand and taps the sword pointing up from his heart.
That's surprising.
"I'm sure this is the reason."
You need to right her wrongs?
Yes. Though, then I gesture around me to, given how everything seems to go, there must be a time. Yomade must mean a specific time.
Well,
I don't
as
know
we
how
both
this works.
know, God's work in mysterious ways.
Oh, I'm also not going to mention to her that this thing is slowly killing me, because, that's just unneeded stress.
Well, to be fair, you don't have confirmation, so...
Well, as long as you're okay, you just need to rest for a bit longer, alright?
I don't think we have time to rest. Don't we need to take out that village?
Yes, but it's not going to run away in the next 10 minutes or so. You just rest. I'll put his equipment down somewhere on like a table. There's your equipment. I'll start cooking dinner for you.
Hey, Expersha, how does it
Yes?
look? Is it different? What's different?
Well, since you just wanted the basics without anything that's gonna stand out too much, your equipment is basically sharpened and strengthened, meaning that your weapon, once you're facing machines now, is no longer gonna be like a twig getting ready to break. It's gonna be a lot more durable. Also, it's gonna be like a knife going through butter. It's not gonna get all clunky and stuck like it was doing before. As for your armor itself, while it wasn't changed too much because you said no shenanigans, it has been given a very nice layer of polish, if nothing else, and it's gonna be a bit more durable when taking impact. As in, the first time a breaking effect occurs, it's not going to work.
Okie dokie. So the only real difference is the sword over the heart. That was the only change I asked for specifically.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So it still looks much the same. That's fine. I'll get ready. Get my gear on. Do exercises, do a cartwheel. Really get used to how it fits.
By the way, just so we're clear, you want that marking on the armor to be visible, right?
Yeah.
Because while not many will know it, those that do know it recognize that there have been some chosen for Imudai over the years, meaning that that's a pretty big deal if you go around flaunting that.
No, I remember exactly what you did. The reason, though, because it's over my heart, I reason that if I need to, I can hide it by just wearing a cloak, because the pin would obviously be fastened there and the cloth
Okay,
would cover
smart
it.
man. See, I see where you're going with this. Good job, okay.
Sort of the same way that Belford covers hers with her hair.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
It's less dumb than full dumb, but still mostly symbolically dumb.
But yeah, what do I need
It doesn't
to?
describe me. I don't know what does.
What do I need to roll for cooking?
Are you trained in cooking?
No.
Can you
Just roll
choose
me
to
a
succeed?
d20.
It's literally it's a tool proficiency with cooking utensils.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Just roll me a d20, let's see. Oh
Wow.
boy.
I try and make cereal
You
and it
burn
just
down the
sets on
kitchen.
fire.
No, what you do is you go outside, you grab a fistful of dirt, and you're like, this is what humans eat, right? There we go.
Unfortunately, like, Horatius, you're just putting your stuff on and getting used to it, and you just hear screaming about probably that chick screaming at me about what the fuck are you doing?
Stop burning my house down!
What's even
Oh
worse
god,
is
it
the
even
last
happens in
food she
games,
had
not just in
was,
real life.
was me rolling a nat 20.
This is cooking, right?
By the way, panic is so strong and she's screaming so loudly that even the machine starts to panic, unsure what's happening, and it begins wailing around, making worried dog noises. Everything's going to shit without you, Horatius.
This is cooking. Yeah? I say as the fires continue to roar.
This is why the Kleins should go anywhere alone. Bad things happen.
The Klein is a
Horatius,
fucking
it seems
walking
like you're
disaster.
severely needed out there. The world is literally falling apart and burning to the ground without you.
No, it's like that trope there. It's just like one of them, like if they're alone, they just suck. But if they're together, they're like,
By
they're
our
like-
powers combined,
they are blink.
we are heresy and the opposite.
So, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to describe this meal. Let's just say it's one that's gonna be remembered for all ages. For all the
It's
wrong
just
reasons,
charred.
obviously.
It's literally just ash. I'm just
Expert,
like,
I have the
"Eh, it
description
wasn't
for you.
right."
Yeah?
It's not a meal. It's the charred remains of a meal.
Oh, there we go. Sibby said it.
Yeah,
Once upon a time, it was a meal, and then it caught on fire.
This has
The
not
only
taught you
thing
to cook.
Audrey says about that is it edible.
I don't think so.
What do we do with it? Should we bury it?
I don't know.
You should apologize to the mountain. That's where I got those ingredients, and you just wasted them. Apologize to the mountain right now.
I'm sorry, Mountain. Horatius, can you teach me how to cook?
What? I say, entering into the room, strapping on my
He
gauntlet.
does not know how to cook.
No,
Sorry,
like,
I
you
think you'll
enter-
find I've never done a bad meal in my life.
Because
You
you
enter
choose to
the-
succeed.
You enter the
Yep.
room and you literally just see Lucretia and I honestly have Audrey?
Yeah.
Lucretia and Audrey are literally just staring at a plate that's literally just charred remains of something and ash. I don't even know what this was.
It could potentially once upon a time have been food, maybe.
I think it's still moving somehow, even though it's char.
I go over, pick up the charm, just hurl the crap out the window, get a slice of bread out, cut it,
What
put a
kind
bit
of-
meat on that, and put that on a plate instead. all the
What
while
kind of
not
man are
speaking.
you not eating your little sister's food?
Exactly, what's wrong with you? You lose 50 sister points.
That's alright, I've still got like 9,000.
Nah, you're slowly losing them because you said you were disappointed in her.
Yeah.
So you
That just
already
gains
lost
me
it.
points. It's a passive bonus.
Nah,
No, don't worry,
sorry.
don't worry. He's not losing sister points. He's just slowly
Losing
making
his
her more
sister.
suicidal.
It's
Yeah,
just slowly
basically.
losing its system.
He's not losing the sister points. He's like a god in her eyes. He's just slowly making her suicidal.
Don't worry, I won't let Lucretia commit suicide.
Don't worry, nobody's gonna let me commit suicide. I come back from the dead.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I meant
Oh,
the better
honorable
use of her.
Sibby.
That thing's still on cooldown, just so you know.
Hey Amanda. I have cooked a bad meal! Honorable sepulchre!
Oh god. Anyway, while that weird meal is going on, is there something you guys want to talk about, or should we move on?
No.
So what?
Okay, cool.
is the plan then?
We need to head back to the mansion. Apparently our transport up to the ship is leaving from the village today.
Do we even have time to head to the mansion? Shouldn't we be going there now?
I believe so. From what I can tell, Iris and Alyssia head back to the mansion, and, well, she told me to come back when I fetched you.
Okay, right, you saddle the horse here. Hey, Expersha, what was
Yes.
the roll for cooking? I won't even choose to succeed, I'm just genuinely curious.
Just make me a D20.
D20,
Since you're
okay.
not trained or anything. I'd say that's pretty good considering the one previously.
As I whip together like a quick meal as Lucretia's doing the saddlebags and go, here, this should keep you for a day or two if I don't come back.
Wait, one sandwich is gonna keep it for a day.
She
No,
gets
this is
upset.
me whipping up a meal for Aubrey while I leave.
Okay. Pick.
She gets upset and looks away from him. Yeah, just make sure to not come half dead or anything. Also, somebody's gonna have to take care of those corpses. I'm not touching them.
Like,
I didn't make them.
It's your fault. I just know it is. It's always your fault.
You know, since no one actually asked me, they just assumed I'd killed everything there.
Yep, pretty much.
Just-
Anyway, as you guys are getting ready to leave, I'm assuming that we're gonna speed up your way back to the mansion, and everybody's back. And luckily for you guys, the masters are back as well, since
wait,
they've
what?
concluded most of their business. For what?
I was kind of gonna hit up my contacts in the underworld before heading back.
Sure, go ahead.
Basically, like, do I know who the main people transportation, or like the main person, transportation of person?
People traffic.
What is that even like? People trafficking people, like the ones who are like responsible for trafficking people. Like, do I know who they are? Like the ones who are responsible for getting people in and out without anyone knowing.
Right now they're completely out of
Like,
business.
Basically,
on the...
who are the Mexicans?
Right now they're completely out of business because of the ship that has made sure that nobody fucking comes or leaves the island. So they're completely out of business.
Shouldn't they be like really in business right now?
No, they're completely out of business. Every ship or everything that they have tried to get people off the island has been completely shut down.
Do they know who is in the same business but does it the magical way?
Well, since magic is not a problem around these parts, pretty much the people that do magic as well are in the same business and they're all working together. So
And they're also
literally
being blocked.
nobody gets off the island.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well,
So there's no way for the president or the girl to have left. They're still somewhere out here.
fair enough. Alyssia is satisfied with that and heads off towards the mansion.
Right. So you guys gather up at the mansion, and I'm assuming you bring up to speed the masters and what just transpired. So what's the plan? What do
And
you guys wish to do?
And someone in the middle, Alyssia swoops in and informs the rest of them that no one is getting off the island at the moment.
Essentially, it was just gonna say, right, that's what's going on. What? Anybody got any advice on what to do next? Otherwise, we're just gonna head up towards the ship and try taking it down.
As you say that, Andre actually pipes up. Just a sec, let me bring her up.
No, go away.
God damn it, so many notes. Finding stuff is becoming more and more hard.
You should put categories.
There we go. Right. So Andre pipes up. Did you appear?
Yep.
Cool. Isn't it strange that the schedule for that thing got moved up? Don't you think it's a bit too well, convenient.
Maybe, but I can't see how anybody could know. There's been, if you count on her fingers, 5 people in total that know.
From what we've gathered after you guys told me about your meeting at the harbor, they've done this a couple of times, and it seems to be the only reliable way for somebody to get up to the ship. If that's the case, then... What are the odds of this just being a trap? And they're trying to see if they cast a wide net, who's gonna fall in it.
It may be a trap, but she looks around. Anyone else got any plans of getting up to the ship? Any
You
magical...
still haven't spoken with any of the other ambassadors. Perhaps there's still time for them to agree to help us. Nobody can get off the island, but they still have ways of contacting, well, the other cities.
I guess. But what do we do about the village then? Should we just go there, raid it, and make sure they don't pick up what they wanted?
Well, I believe that decision's up to you. Aren't you the leader?
The only issue with that is I already know there's pretty powerful demons sitting in the village. I saw the only patrolling around the area.
Yeah, well, suddenly Ruhana speaks up. In case you're forgetting, Kiris, we're not exactly pushovers ourselves, and she cracks her knuckles. I know this is going to sound a bit, well, out there, but there is something that has been bugging me about this thing. I mean, call me a mage, but I know a trap when I see one, and this is 99% I'm certain that this is a trap. It seems a bit elaborate, don't you think? I mean, if they just want to catch some random mice and kill them, there are much easier ways.
What is this?
Ruhana immediately pipes up. I see where this is getting, and no, that seems like fucking suicide. I'm not gonna let you do this.
What,
Yeah.
even
And Anna
trying-
again pipes up. Oh, come on. We can make sure to send them up there prepared. I can cast some teleportation magic. We can get them out of there in one piece. Ruhana again pipes up. No, we're not doing that.
You suggesting we go up and talk to them and teleport out if it gets dangerous?
Anri smiles and Ruhana immediately starts getting more angry. I said we're not going to entertain that thought.
Our original idea was to sneak up there alone. How is this any different than just saying, hey, we want to talk?
And what happens if she turns all that ship's weapons on you? What then? And
think
then
we could
Andrei,
survive.
Starts fiddling her fingers in a very comical manner. Magic.
Well...
Well, it's logical to assume that they have their own ways of gathering information. I don't believe for a second they're unaware of our presence. So if they really wanted to destroy us, they could have already blasted this mansion to Kingdom Come.
To be fair, they blasted me already.
Yes, I believe that after your run-in, when you first came to the... well, to the island, they're pretty well aware of your presence here.
Naturally. And yet they have done nothing to destroy us.
To be fair, magic doesn't seem to be their forte, so it's possible we could teleport out without any issue.
I can tell you right now, even from this distance, that ship has a distinct lack of magic. There are no barriers, there's nothing set up there. I pretty much have free reign.
So
I can do whatever I want, as long as I'm close enough.
That seems too good to be true.
So...
It does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That is almost
damn it.
certainly also a trap.
We can't keep worrying about traps within traps within traps here. If I'm going to find out what exactly they want and tell them exactly what they want, maybe there's a chance they just fly away. If not, and we find a chance, we beat them down. If not, then we teleport out and find a different way. It's a fucking dragon!
More like an ancient wyvern.